How y'all doing? Welcome back to the Homestead. There are a ton of jobs that you have to plan for and get done in late summer and early fall on your homestead, or you're going to be in big trouble in the wintertime. Let's show you what we're working on right now. So of course I'm talking about processing any firewood that you need to heat your home in the wintertime. And that's what we've been doing today. We had a whole ton of wood from some windfalls and the tree that I took down when we built the chicken run in the back of the barn. We had all those sitting out here, and obviously the windfall was, it was pretty rotten by the time I got it, but we salvaged some from it. And the one that I cut down from behind the barn has already cured. It's nice and dry. It really split really easily. I could have done it with my maul, but the reason I borrowed this thing from a buddy of mine is because of those sweet gum rounds. Those sweet gum rounds, the sweet gum tree is probably one of the toughest trees on the planet. It's nuts. It's got this curved, burly, twisted grain inside of it, and it's darn near impossible to split with a maul or splitting axe or anything like that. I'll show you. Actually, I've got a couple of rounds that I tried to hit about. One I hit about 35 times with an 8-pound maul, and the other one I hit about 20 times with an 8-pound maul. Check this out. It's pretty crazy because I didn't hardly even make a dent. Look at this. Look at that. That's what sweet gum is there. That I hit that so many times and so hard. Look, it just kind of like flakes off and breaks off. This is split sweet gum. You can look at this grain and see how twisted and gnarly it actually is. And some of it, here, check this out. When I was splitting it on the log splitter, it breaks off these odd twisted chunks. Now, you know what? If you're a woodworker, this would be beautiful wood to work with because it's got some really interesting character to it. Look at that. It's so gnarly. I got a good amount of stuff done, which is great. Look at that pile. We got another pile over there. We got another pile right there. Some back there. So we did a lot today. And another thing you don't want to neglect, I'm going to take you over here. Check this out. Do not neglect this. And if you've got this run all over your homestead and you need it during the winter, you can't shut it off. If you know what I'm talking about, I'll show you what I did. Come on. Okay, this looks a little odd, I know, but look at this. All right, so we got our top. We got some styrofoam on the inside, and there is one of our water spigots. And we've got all PVC run everywhere. So, ooh, the ants are having a good time in there. That's not cool. But we've got this box that we put around it. We need to use this during the winter. I can't shut this water off now because we have animals that depend on it. So, this is our solution for this year. Now, I know they sell those frost-proof hydrants that you can put on your homestead, on your farm for watering livestock. And I will invest in those someday soon, but not this winter. It's not in the financial cards for me. Probably not that expensive, but I also don't have the time to put them together right now. But that's one of the things you really need to pay attention to and get all set up before your freezing weather hits is water for your livestock, water for your animals, water for your barn, water for whatever else you need it for in the wintertime. And frost-proofing things, freeze-proofing things, insulating things is really, really important. I've got some more work to do. We got some more work to do actually in the pump house. I didn't do a great job of that last time I did it, and I kind of ran out of insulation, and then some wasps got in there and made some great nests, and I gotta wait for it to actually cool off before I can get in there and finish off the rest of that. But I'll be showing that to you guys Actually, I'll be showing you some more building of those freeze-proof boxes, those plywood freeze-proof boxes. Hopefully freeze-proof. It's not that much insulation, but I'm probably going to wrap that spigot in some reflective bubble wrap that I got. So that should help things from freezing, because I don't really need to use that one, but I need to use some of the other ones. Need to have quick access to them, especially the one for the dog. His water is behind the house and it's run off the well, and it's just 3/4 inch PVC sticking out of the ground with his little drinking spigot thing on it that he pushes down with his tongue and gets water. He obviously needs to drink. He's an outside farm dog. Last winter and the winter before and the winter before that, I just put a bucket of water out for him and fill it up all the time. That's fun, but I'd like to leave the water on for him during the winter, and he can just go and drink whenever he wants to. Now, winters here aren't horrible. It's not like growing up in Michigan where I did. This is East Texas, right? So we get down in the teens, we get it down in the 20s, but it's only for a couple of days, and it's not that bad. It's usually in the 30s to 40s in the wintertime. So it's not terrible. It's not freezing all the time. But these are still things I want all of you to think about, because they're going to affect probably more of you than me, because you know, I got a lot of watchers in the southern United States, but I got a lot of subscribers and people who watch from all over the country. So these are things that you really need to get on and take care of beforehand. All right, here's one more. So here we go. Here is another one you need to get taken care of, and that is amending and taking care of your garden beds. You need to get these things amended in the fall for next spring, or if you've got a fall garden already, you've already done that. But if you don't, if you are living in an area where you're just planting every spring, you're not fall gardening, you need to take care of your beds. You need to give them the amendments that they need to overwinter and to really be ready for that spring planting. You can't do that really in the spring. You want to plant directly when that soil gets warm in the spring. You want to plant directly into it. So what we've got here is where we had our pinto beans from this past year. We had pintos in here and we had cantaloupe, and it got a lot of weeds in it. So I've tarped this over, and I need to till it. And then after I till it, I need to go by with the flame weeder and really kill all the grass seed in there. This is doing a great job, this black tarp, but I really hit it. I like to hit it with that flame weeder just to make sure that it's, what did Curtis Stone call it? Oh, stale seed bed. Yes, stale seed bed for next year. So this is something, all your garden bed prep. Get that done now. So you can see our brand new bed back here. I still have not tilled it in. We've got our mushroom compost underneath. We've got some East Texas topsoil on the top, basically sand with little organic matter in it. So we need to amend this. We need to get some more compost in there. I'll be ordering that this next week. You can check this out. I've got some volunteer yellow crookneck squash. And there's no squash bugs right now because they're all gone. I'm so excited. Maybe this is the time of year that I really need to plant squash, because every other time of year I don't hardly get any squash because the squash bugs are so bad here. And I've talked about that before. In this area of Texas, I've never seen bugs so horrible. But hopefully I'll have some crookneck squash in the next couple of weeks before we get our freeze. Now check this out. Look at this. This is so cool. Look at all these sweet potatoes. We've got a ton. Sweet potatoes everywhere. We're eating the leaves. We're feeding them to our chickens, and I cannot wait to harvest these. It is not time. We'll do a video on timing for harvesting sweet potatoes, and we will show that for you on the channel, of course. And we've got some other, I don't even know what that is. It's some Asian vegetable that some friends, Filipino friends, gave us. So I don't know what it's called. If you know what this is, if you can see that, maybe zoom in the video. Here, I'll zoom in for you. Not sure what it is. We had another one here. Oh, check this out. Right here, right here. This one, look at that. If y'all can see that, we got this from a friend too. That's actually Malabar spinach, which is, I think, really heat tolerant. So if you got regular spinach in the cold weather, that spinach, that type of spinach called Malabar spinach, is very heat tolerant. So it's obviously not going to survive very much longer. And I love to get some next year. Again, Filipino friend gave it to us. He's got it in his greenhouse. But we've got a ton to do right there. And we've got everything else started. We've got our garlic and carrots and beets, and my cabbage is getting destroyed by some bug. I even have it under bug netting. I put it out under bug netting. I put my transplants out, and something got in the net and totally devoured it after one day. Well, not all of them, but many of them. Check this out. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Look at that. Through the bug netting, and it's eaten up. Oh, here, this one. That one will make you mad. Look at that. Totally gone. Totally gone. Through the bug netting. I know it looks funny on the camera. Okay, guys, so that's what I'm talking about. Those things you need to really pay attention to before that winter comes. You need to pay attention to them at the end of summer. So you've got all fall to work on them, because now I'm a little crunched for time. Not that much because we have a long season, but a little crunched for time. Got some other things to take care of, but I need to get on getting that water set for all the animals, because last year that wasn't a problem. This year now, I've got to worry about that. So everything needs to be properly taken care of so it doesn't freeze. I don't burst a pipe this winter, which would not be fun. I've done that before here because I didn't shut it off in time. But anyway, get your wood done, get your frost proofing done, your freeze proofing done, your water for your livestock and your animals taken care of early, and you will be out of trouble. If you don't, you're going to be in trouble. Thank you so much for being here. Now go check out this video right here, which shows you how to fully install a wood burning stove and chimney pipe. Have a great day. We love you. See you in the next video. Bye.